All right, guys, we are back here live. And now we just managed the portfolio. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for some option trades. Okay. We'll see. I don't know if I have a lot of buying power left to actually put any trades on. But what I'm gonna do is scan the watch list and see if we can find anything worthwhile, anything worth putting on as a trade. I'm gonna go make sure that we are up and running right now. Okay. Yep, we're up and running. So great. All right, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my watch list over here, and we're going to pull open Tasty IVR, and we got a lot of stuff up high, guys. Verizon, I don't like to do Verizon, doesn't move enough for me. Intel is at a 90.5. Boston Scientific's at 85.4. Netflix 77. That's got earnings coming up. Meta's, oh man, come on. Meta is at a 72.5, but guys, this is that's a $564 stock. It's hard to sell naked options in something that big if you don't have a lot of buying power. Pepsi 137. I actually have a good time with Pepsi, but I do know it has earnings coming up. Let's just take a look at Pepsi and see if there's any earnings trades we could do. It's got earnings on July 9th, so if we want to play earnings, we could look at the July 10th time frame. And Pepsi, let's see here, expected move. We're at 137, so it's got about a $5 or $6 expected move either way. Could go down to 130 and just sell a put, make 70 bucks. Let's go take a look at the chart though before we do anything stupid. Go to Pepsi. Oof, big red candles. What's going on? But look at this. Look at this support right here, guys, at 135. That is a long term support line right there. 130. Look at that. 130 would be a pretty safe put, I think. Look at, we're on through the weekly, the 3-year chart here, and the low, the 3-year low is 127. So if you go, you could bet there's going to be some support here. So selling a 130 put might not be a bad deal. And what about like a 160 call? Probably won't get much for that. No, 12 cents, nothing. Unless you go out a little further, maybe July 17th. No, nothing at the 160. 147 is the one standard deviation. That's where you're going to get some money. But the 130 put, I like the 130 put as an earnings trade. I'm going to write this down. I don't think I have enough buying power right now to do it, but I do have those. If you watched my portfolio analysis, I do have some micron positions that I am going to be closing pretty soon, which will free up a lot of buying power. So I'm just going to write that down. Pepsi 130 put. Be able to scalp a quick 70 bucks off that. Pretty good probability. It's a 16 delta, high probability of profit, plus structural support on the chart. So let's go back to the watch list. ServiceNow. This one, I don't know about ServiceNow. I mean, it's a 68.4 IV. Reports earnings on July 22nd, so we have to go 18 days out. I don't want to trade this over earnings. I'll show you why. I was messing around with this earlier this month, and this giant move scares me. Right here, it went from 85 bucks all the way up to 140 before coming all the way back down to 85 bucks. So if I'm selling options, that gets really scary really fast. I mean, you go like you're down $5,000 on that trade if you're selling some sort of naked premium. But that being said, IV is elevated, so what does an earnings trade up to 140? I mean, look at that. You can, nope, I'm not playing with this one. Hard pass. Sorry if you want to trade this one. I'm not. Procter & Gamble, 57.5. Again, earnings August 4th. These are wide markets. If you go on the weeklies, 235 and 370. I don't like to trade that wide of markets. July 17th. Oh, let's see here. 141, 155 strangle. Collect a $1.43. 17 delta though. 141, 155. Let's just see what that looks like. I mean, that to the call side, it looks good. We're above this swing, 55, and then it was 144, basically right where that line is. So that would be the trade. This range. I don't know if I like it. I'm fine call side. So what if we like sold, let's see what we can do here. Sell the 155, buy, and I only get 44 cents out of that. Let's do some kind of directional spread. Come on, why aren't you moving? 52.5. Nah. This is what you would call trying to force a trade. We don't want to do that. Let's go back to the watch list. Generac. I think that's what that is. Oh, that's Gen Digital. UPS. I looked at UPS. Don't like it. PayPal is only a $40 stock right now. 52.8. Earnings coming up August 4th. Again, all these report August 4th. That's not bad though. Here, because it's such a cheap stock, $44 stock, you get 1% at a 15 delta. Let's go with Strangle. So if we went like a 38.51, I mean, we're only calculating 87 cents, but we got to remember it's only a $44 stock. So a 38.51 on PayPal before earnings, we're looking at 51, so right at these prior swing highs, and 38. Oh, that's not a bad trade, guys. That is a pretty good trade, PayPal. And it's a cheap stock. I mean, odds are it's not going to jump over that 52 mark before earnings. So we can collect 2%. And we basically have our strangle encapsulate the entire, like from this gap down on earnings, it closed the gap back on April 21st. It closed the gap. So, and now we're just right in the middle of the high and the low, right in this range. Earnings is over here on 728. If we sell, wait, earnings on 728. Why did Tasty Trade say it was different? You little bastard. So we don't want to go July 31st. We have to go July 24th, and that probably makes it crappier. 52. Yeah, now it's not good. Pass. Okay. That's why you always got to go check 2 platforms for earnings. How about United Health? When do they report? Nope, they report too soon. Let's go to my other watch list. See if we can find anything that we're going to trade. Moderna. They report August 7th. Holy shit. Huh. Interesting. Let's look at July. We get some premium in Moderna, 97.8. What's going on? We got another pandemic coming? All right, so if we go to, again, this is a $70 stock. So let's just take this down to 55 bucks, 11 delta. To the call side, we can go 85 bucks. Outside the expected move, collect $1.91 for a 55.85 strangle. Moderna. Oh, it's been going up. See here, 85, that's up here. 55. That's interesting. It did just break out, which this is very bullish. And there's no gap on the chart. Why did it break out? Stock of the day, will the Moderna rally continue? Trading higher after Piper Sandler raised its price target from 69 to 77. So it just got an upgrade. I don't see any news other than getting upgraded. So, that's not too bad. This fact that it broke out, it tried twice, right? Right at $59. Boom, rejected. Boom, rejected. Then it broke through. So this might be our new floor. 59 bucks, so we'd be below that, and at 85, that is not a bad setup according to the chart. So Moderna 85.55. For $1.90, $1.91. And the IV on this is 101.3. Holy. Okay. Interesting. I might have to do a little bit more research on this to see if there's any other news other than the upgrade that made it shoot up so high. Because sometimes if they have a different catalyst, maybe some sort of drug approval or something like that, you don't want to sell naked premium, especially to the call side, because it could just rip your face off. All right, guys, we're going to try to find one more trade here. Taiwan Semi. That's a big, juicy stock. Abbott Labs. Comcast. Meta, again, $500 stock. Tough to play in that pool with the $500 stock. AbbVie, if you're watching and you wanted me to check out one of your tickers, drop in the chat. Let's just take a look at Meta. I mean, 72.9 on Meta. Let's go. Earnings not till July 29th. 565 right now. I mean, you could try scalp something by going way out of the money. You're going to use a lot of buying power, though. Meta, I don't want to mess with Meta. It's too expensive. Pepsi, looked at Pepsi. ServiceNow. Qualcomm. We could look at Qualcomm, I guess. 67.5. Semiconductors, I think, are taking a little breather. I think we're done making all-time highs for now. We should just look at Micron for fun. See where it's at. 1127. It's trying to go higher. I was looking at this earlier today, guys. I don't dare touch this thing. Just as fast as it can do one of these candles, it could do one the other way. So we're not going to mess with Micron, even though it's so enticing to try to short this thing. Don't do it. Don't short Micron. All right, let's go back. So we're going to look at Qualcomm. It's got a 67.5 IV rank. God, it's freaking earnings seasons. It's hard to find things that have reported. I mean, Micron did just report, but this is such an expensive stock. You're going to have to do something to find risk here. Let's just say we go out to August. 53 days. I'm just going to put on a short strangle, but we're going to probably convert this to... So Micron, I'm bullish in Micron. You know what? Let's try to do this. I'm very bullish in Micron. Let's see if we can sell a bullish put spread. So let's erase this. Okay, we're going to go put short put. Okay. How low do we think Micron will go? Let's just go see what we can get. Yeah, you don't really get much. Risk $1,000, but it's a defined risk, right? You make 100. Do you think Micron's really going to get down below $700 by August? I don't know. And if it does, maybe you should buy it. Okay, I mean, if you want to take more risk, you could go 20 point wide, then you can make $200, but that's out to August. That's a long time to wait to make $200. So Micron, I mean, can we go anything sooner? Let's just sell that. Huh. 605.90 in July. How come we can make... Oh no, I got those other stupid ones on. Only 8 cents. Piss on that. I go back up to 700, 680, 60 cents. I mean, the ones I have it, I sold an 800 put. So I actually have that trade on naked. And you go 800, 780, you're at a 7 delta, $1.15, 2 weeks. If you think Micron's going to stay above 800 by July 17th, you're going to risk 2,000 bucks, but it's pretty high probability, 93% chance. You just walk away with 100 bucks after that. I think I could find a lot better things to do with 200 bucks though. So let's find something else that we can actually put on. Actually, let's pull up the positions quick so you guys can see that I'm actually trading with money. So my Apple Strangle not doing the best. Rocket Lab not good. My Microns, like I said, I've sold a 550 and I sold an 800. Those are doing great. All right, I'm just going to keep those on. My AMD Strangle, I got a wide 750, 350 expiring in July. Sold it for 775, up $81 on that. Cisco, almost going to make my 50 bucks. My Intel put, almost going to make my 50 bucks. Disney Strangle, teaching my kid how to trade. Just put this one on today, on Semiconductor. Again, guys, did we talk about on Semiconductor in here? Because they just announced an all-stock deal to acquire Synaptics or some company, $7 billion, and the market didn't like it. Friday, this thing tanked 24%. So what did I do? I'm like, okay, thank you. Thank you for putting your IV up to 95.5. So what I did is I sold a strangle that expires in 2 weeks, 70, 110, because the market didn't like the deal at all. So I don't think it's going to bust back up to new highs. So I sold it right at the support level, and I sold the 70 right at this breakout level. Okay, and it expires in 2 weeks, and I collected $1.72 for it, and I sold 2 contracts. So that was my play on Semiconductor in this big gap down. So if it fills the gap, fine. Gap would be somewhere right around here, and then we still get our money. So okay, guys, I think we're gonna call her good for now. We'll be back once I have a little more buying power. I'll actually put a trade on. Until then, salute with the option bomb. This was not financial advice. We'll see you in the next one.